Alright, guys, so we're back yet again. We're going to be talking about another movie of mine that I absolutely loved when I was a kid. It took me a while to be able to not only understand more of this film, but to be able to just enjoy it and realize all the different actors and actresses that was in this film. Because we have this movie called The Faculty. So, obviously, what you're seeing on your screens, we got a very young Josh Harnett in here. We got a young Elijah Wood in here. We got Jordana Brewster in here. Clea Duvall. We got Laura Harris in here, among others. Right. So the entirety of this film, even a young Famke Janssen, Selma Hayek. Again, this movie had a lot of actors in this film. Even Robert Patrick, Danny Masterson is in here, Christopher McDonald, the list goes on. I mean, literally, the list goes on. We even had Usher in this film when he was younger. And I think when he was trying to get into movies or whatever the case of it is. But this came out in 98. So the entirety of this movie is you have Elijah Wood's character, Casey, who works for the paper. Jordana Brewster is kind of like the reporter of the group. And things start kind of happening, and we have Zeke, who is kind of like the outcast. He has to repeat his 12th year, and they meet this new character by the name of Mary Beth, who is new, and you have another character by the name of Stan, who quit the football team so he could focus on his academic performance. We have Stokely, who's there, she is the kind of the emo slash nerd slash loner of the group. So everyone kind of comes together in this film when they start having more issues where students start acting weird. The teachers start acting weird first. Casey and of course Delilah, played by Jordana Brewster. We have where they see something crazy happen, then they think, okay, was I right? And then they find something on the football field. They go to one of the teachers, try to explain what it is, and you don't realize that the teacher's been taken over. So they get attacked by the teacher. They start seeing the students drink more water, act more unhuman, act a little bit more inhuman. And as soon as that happens, we see where they're all coming together and going, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? And they realize the school has been abducted by aliens. They've been, taken over. And when this occurs, they're all like, okay, we got to do something. We got to do something. We can't run because it took the high school less than a day, or not even a day. And they're all like, okay, how do we know if one of us was not, an alien? How do we know that? So they come up with this thing that Zeke's selling for his own homemade drug, and they're sniffing it up, and it's a mix of just household chemicals to give you a high and keep you awake and all this stuff. And they all start realizing that someone within the group could all possibly be an alien. And later on, again in the movie, they realize that one of them is, and also someone that they've met is also the queen of this species. And there's really no explanation of where this alien came from, other than they came here to rule over Earth, and also, of course, take over. And now again, there's a lot of different mentions in this film. Different movies like Independence Day, Body Snatchers, things like that. Again, this movie has a lot of mix between comedy, drama, action, thriller, adventure, horror. And this movie's a classic, in my opinion. It's a very much of a classic horror, thriller, drama, comedy movie. And I think that's when horror really started rising. Was when you had movies like this, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, etc., that really made going to the movies more enjoyable because you never knew what was going to happen. The trailer was very quick. Sometimes it was, they didn't give a lot away. Sometimes they did. They give apparently more away now from what people say. Me personally, I don't really care, but that's just me. Again, if you have not seen this movie, I do recommend it. I really do, because again, if you like older movies, like if you grew up watching like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, Chucky, and Independence Day, things like that, then more than likely you're going to enjoy this film. More than likely you're going to enjoy this film because it has subtle comedy, it has certain one-liners in there, it has certain things in there. Now again, this is before all these actors really blew up and became something more with not only in their own genres that they got into, but also into other things. So again, I enjoy this movie. I enjoyed it. I hope we were going to be getting a second one at some point. We never did. Um, if they try to remake this film, I don't think it'd be as good as the original. I really doubt it because again, every actor and actress brought their A game. Again, this is when everyone was younger. I would say this is probably in their late teens, early 20s, and they just brought it. I mean, they brought it. So, what do you guys think about this film? Have you even heard this film? Give it a try if you haven't. I do recommend it. And if you have seen it, what do you guys think of it originally? So, hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you as always on the next one.